What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Go Sherry, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point
win.
set and match.
Point set and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jai-Alai, live from Jam Arena. Tonight's game day will feature the Fireballs and Cyclones. And with that, I'd like to welcome everybody back to another edition of the Spring 26 Battle Court season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined as always by Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's contest between the Fireballs and Cyclones, beginning with a little singles action today. Division 4, Ikeda and Unda will get play started.
Just like that, Andrew, we're ready to begin. Whistle from the judge means it's time to start. Did you know that? I think you knew that.
Ready to go, Stu. How you doing, by the way?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking.
Good.
Had a great weekend and just happy to be here. Ikeda serves. We begin. Unda powerfully from the forehand. That's going high and hard up to the wall and scoring. First point of the game day goes to Unda of the Cyclones. Unda serves.
And right away, showcasing that big right side. On singles, he can go wall to wall and pass pretty consistently. I mean, you saw Ikeda take a couple steps back, and he knew if he couldn't catch that in the air, there's no chance to save the rebote.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good.
Look, Ikeda already with 2 singles matches played out on this court. This is Unda's debut in the Spring 26 season. And we've seen that experience definitely helps a little bit, especially when there's a big disparity in number of matches played.
Here's the backhand by Ikeda. Unda's there. Unda wall-to-wall from the left side. Robote to the forehand of Ikeda. Ikeda Pika Robote. Stopped by Unda. Unda with a lighter touch. Ikeda goes to the outside. That's just out of play. Good effort by Ikeda. A second point for Unda.
Perfect touch. Throw it too deep that it could have just kind of died in the corner and difficult Robote. You talking to me?
Here's the backhand by Ikeda. Wall-to-wall from the left side. Unda on the Robote. Inside. Mid-court placement. Ikeda's on it. He looks to pass. Unda going back. Coming out.
Kicked up.
Passed him and scored. That's a point for Ikeda of the Fireballs. Ikeda now serves.
Well, we've seen with Ikeda too, it's always been thoughts of just lacking a little bit of power, but out on this court
But knowing where to throw the ball.
Well, always precise, but on this court, he can throw it a little bit higher, a little bit harder, and he's able to pass too with the best of them. He got that one by Unda. Such a premium on passing in singles too.
Big right side by Unda. Coming to the side wall. Ikeda's there. Pika Robote. High bounce. Unda's on it. Low and hard. Ikeda, that's a great effort. He gets back to the 10 line to try to make that Robote. It falls short. 3 points for Unda. Unda serves. I mean, that was tremendous effort by Ikeda. I mean, to run all the way back, try to get that Robote.
And you have to respect, a couple of the shots too. We've seen in singles a lot of guys throwing cortadas and playing towards the front of the wall. Unda's got a bunch of power. He can kill you both ways. Doing such a nice job of breaking through every throw and not just throwing it as hard as he can.
Powerful backhand by Ikeda. Unda comes out to make the Robote.
What a shot.
It's a two-wall Robote that is well executed by Unda and scoring. A 4th point for Unda of the Cyclones. He serves.
And his awareness so high in this match to start off. He knows he's got Ikeda trapped inside. He doesn't throw a bunch of two walls, but he's got that helpful side wall, makes it open up a bit, and scores.
It's an excellent serve by Unda, but an even better catch by Ikeda. Ikeda tapping that ball, trying to get it up to the front wall. A 5th point for Unda and a possible set point here in our first match.
This is just a tough matchup for Ikeda, too. Seeing Unda for the first time out here with the presence of the Chick-Chack and the Chula in the backcourt, he just looks a little bit lost. I mean, he hasn't played a guy with this type of power because I don't really think there's anyone else that compares in Division 4. 5-1 here. Unda looking to close out this first set quickly.
Here's the backhand by Ikeda, powerfully thrown. Dropping low on the back wall to the side wall. Unda rifles it straight back. Ikeda. Good read. Hard throw. Unda's there. Robote up the middle. Ikeda saves it, crossing the wall and scoring. A 2nd point for Ikeda of the Fireballs. He serves. As we've always said, no lead is a safe lead here in the World Jai-Alai League.
Especially with Ikeda, we saw the way that he played last week. I mean, he was just a fighter in the backcourt with CR, but he almost pulled off that upset.
Spot on.
See what Unda can do. He's got it on the right side and just passes again.
Ikeda, forehand Robote. Unda takes it on the bounce. Chick-Chack scores for the set. Point and set to Unda. He wins the first set 6-2.
First set of the game day goes Unda's way. Pretty dominant too, 6-2. Consistently passing off the first throw that set up almost all those points. And look, Ikeda's got the skills. He can catch very well. He's got a solid Robote. He can do everything. But again, when you just can't throw a bunch of shots off the Robote, he's just going to keep laying these up over and over. Unda's going to just kill him and make him pay. Did it in the first set, but Ikeda's a fighter. I mean, we saw last week, he played just great, and doesn't matter who he's playing against, he'll fight to the final point. So we'll see what version of Ikeda we get coming out here to begin set number 2. give you the rest of the slate here for the Fireballs and Cyclones tonight. 3 singles and 3 doubles. So even game day. We got Division 1 doubles coming up next. Urrutia Nicholas will take on Inaki and Manu. That's just a great match in Division 1. Then Division 6, CRB and Stan will take on Jeden and Bradley. Always fun in Division 6. Then up Division 3, we'll see Urrutia and Ikeda against Inaki and Unda. And then 2 singles to close out the day. First, Division 3, Lalu against Hyro. And then Division 1 to close it out, Nicholas against Manu. Those will be the 6 matches in order tonight. In the second set of our first match here, Unda took 6-2. Ikeda's got the serve to begin.
Both players back on the court with still some time on the board here. You are watching the World Jai-Alai League live from the Jam Arena in Miami, Florida, historically, the Miami Jai-Alai building.
Well, Ikeda this season has really benefited off of the mistakes from his opponent in singles. I mean, he's won over 6 singles points across 2 matches on balls just thrown out of play, and Unda hasn't given him anything. Just keeping it to the inside, passing, and see what he's got here in set number 2.
Ikeda serves. Our second set begins. Unda, powerful backhand to the corner. Not much on the rebote. Dropping. Unda makes the catch. Powerful right side. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Unda's moving up on it. Has a tip ball mid-court. Ikeda will take the first point of the second set for the Fireballs.
And the one counter that Ikeda has, he didn't get it there, is crossing on these rebotes. I mean, Unda dropped one in the first set. That one he was moving up on it. So just try to get him a little uncomfortable, get Unda on the move, and try to make these catches on the bounce when he can.
Unda powerfully from the right side into the chick check. That one scores. 1-1. Unda serves.
Spot's open. I mean, if you're going to give it to Unda, it's not a lot of risk in that throw. And what is Ikeda going to do with it? Just keep laying up rebote. So he's going to keep going to it if the spot's open.
Ikeda on the backhand from the 9 line. Unda commits to the backcourt, makes the catch. Backhand. Caught by Ikeda. Ikeda low and hard. Scoop high on the forehand of Unda. Right side. Coming out. Ikeda makes a save with the light touch. Oh. That scores on the second bounce. Well done by Ikeda. Drop shot, rebote inside. Gives a second point to Ikeda here in our second set. Ikeda serves.
It's kind of exactly what we're talking about. I mean, the rebote's up above his head. He can't get a ton of power on it anyway. Acts as a drop shot, and look, get Unda on the move. Got 2 bounces. His first point, second point of this second set.
Powerful backhand by Unda. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. High to the front wall. Unda with a tip ball at the side wall. 3 points for Ikeda and the serve.
A couple missed catches here, and now Ikeda's got some confidence. 2-point lead, and going back to the service box very quickly.
Yeah, wasting no time.
Well, this is what he likes to do. You know, he's got his opponent frustrated. He doesn't want to give him any extra time to think. Just serve and keep on playing.
Powerful forehand. Will pass. Ikeda. Eyes on the ball to make the save. Big bounce. Stopped by Unda. That will score on the second bounce. 2 points for Unda of the Cyclones. He takes over the serve.
And Ikeda's kind of opened up that chick-chack spot in the back corner pretty much throughout the match. This time you see 2 steps back. Tells Unda where to throw it towards the front wall this time, and there's just too much court to cover out here in singles.
Absolutely, and Unda has the power to throw it over Ikeda's head if he commits to the back to try to stop it.
No. That's what we've seen all match, and there's no answer to it. Good change up there for Unda to kill one.
Fault. Over serve. Second serve. Must be good. Yeah, Ikeda's done that thing of moving back to serve it quickly. He did it against someone else whose name escapes me a few years ago. Here's the backhand by Ikeda. Powerfully thrown. Rebote coming mid-court. Unda goes to the ground.
Nice rebote.
Ikeda, great control at the 7 line. Peek into the inside. What a scoop. Up high. The shoe came off. He throws it off. It's still in play. Catch by Unda. Costado 2-all.
Oh, what a
will
shot.
Score.
That's incredible.
3-3. Unda serves. So, this is not the first time that I have seen a shoe come off in Jai-Alai. I've seen it come off before. Unda does the right thing because the point don't stop. You got to keep playing. So get that shoe out of the way.
Well, it's a smart throw here, too, because Unda's like, how long can I stay in this point if I have one shoe? So he's got to throw something. And he goes with the 2-wall, and it's a pretty good one. Beats Ikeda to the net.
It was definitely well thrown. Is this okay? Yes. So the shoe's back on.
Shoe's back on.
Tie the shoe, then the cesta. Good rule in Jai-Alai, Andrew. Because I know you've been practicing later. If your shoe comes off,
you know that.
Put the shoe on first because you have 2 hands, and put the cesta on. Here's the backhand by Ikeda. Powerful backhand by Unda. Robote coming out to the 6 line. Outside placement. Not outside enough. Unda's on it. He looks to pass. Ikeda going to take that in the air. Has a tip ball. A 4th point for Unda of the Cyclones. He serves.
I mean, really as good of an opportunity as Ikeda could have hoped for to make that catch in the air. Unda didn't throw it too hard, giving Ikeda an opportunity to go up for it, but again, leap up in the air, throws off the timing a bit, and just kicked off the frame. Unda back in front. Nice 3-point run.
Backhand by Ikeda. Unda with the catch at the 8. To the corner. Not much coming out, but Ikeda makes a fine save. Unda will take it. Midcourt. Flips it back. Ikeda on the run. Good eyes on the rebote. Tremendous save by Ikeda. Drop shot.
Oh.
Ikeda takes off. He's got time. He has it on the forehand. Powerful forehand. Will score for Ikeda. 4-4 is the score. Ikeda serves.
Tough one for Unda, trying to go back to this drop shot. I mean, but Ikeda handles that comfortably. I mean, waist level at the 3 line. He made a long run, and
he had that opportunity previously, and knew that he had to do something different. So just blast it back towards the side wall, set up a difficult catch. Unda missed it. 4-4 here in the second set. Unda powerfully from the forehand, wall-to-wall from the sidearm. Ikeda back to the side wall, big bounce, brought down by Unda. Chak scores. 5 points for Unda of the Cyclones. This is possible set, possible match point.
Well, thrown from the right side, and it hits the floor, then the back wall, and just kind of dies back there. It's frustrating for Ikeda, too, because Robote's not that consistent, and that one was really dead. No chance to save it.
There's the backhand by Ikeda. Unda makes the catch on the forehand. Big right side. Robote coming out. Forehand Robote to the inside. Unda's got it at the 6. Ikeda commits to the backcourt, makes the catch. Karam does not open it. Stopped by Unda. Robote, high, floating. Unda's got it. Goes back, it scores. Point and set to Unda, taking in straight sets 6-2, 6-4.
Unda gets the first win of the day for the Cyclones. Really strong effort there in singles. Utilizing his power, gets a 6-2, 6-4 straight set victory. Moving on to Division I doubles next. Arruti and Nicholas will take on Inaki and Manu.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Let's take a look at that game day score. First win going up for the Cyclones, courtesy of Unda. There, that bottom row, those are our season-long standings, and we got a logjam up at the top. 3 teams tied for first place, Cyclones, Chargers, and Devils. Then you got the Fireballs holding on to that 4th and final playoff spot. We got Unda over in the cage, ready to go after that win. Congratulations, Unda. First singles appearance on this court and your first win. How do you like the way that this court played compared to before?
I think that I have to take my potential of the right side here. I did so in the first set, but then in the second set I think was the new ball also, but it was a little bit slower than the first one. And I think that here I can take advantage of my right side here and then go to the front to make the kill shot.
Unda, a question for you. The shoe coming off in the middle of the performance, what's that about?
I don't know, but it was slippery with the sock too, and it passed from my brain to take out the sock too. But
thank you for not taking.
At what point?
Thank you for not taking off your sock.
This is America. This show, man.
That's great.
You did well, Unda.
Hey,
thank you very
thank
much,
you.
and congratulations on your first singles win.
Congrats, Unda.
Well, you knew it was going to be funny, whatever it was I said, right? You knew that the response is just going to be,
That's great stuff.
It's Unda.
I've been saying that Inaki and Unda team, that a lot of personality on these Cyclones, but that team could take the top prize.
Funniest team in professional hockey.
And we'll see him later in match 4. All right, but first, we got Division 1 doubles. And what a heavyweight battle we have here. Arrutia and Nicholas against Inaki and Manu. Arrutia and Nicholas so far 2-1 this season in doubles. Inaki and Manu, they're undefeated at 3-0. Again, Arrutia and Nicholas, their only loss was against this Cyclones team back on February 18th. Inaki and Manu won 6-4, and it went to a third set. So, again, these two teams have been very competitive. Arrutia has been one of the biggest, I don't know the exact word, but just taken to this court really well, and the numbers have showed there for him.
Have been quick, he and Benetrix, but Arrutia more so this year than in the last season.
But Inaki and Manu, especially in the regular season, they've won, what now, 12 in a row dating back to the
It's a tough team. It's a tough team to beat. We'll see what Arrutia and Nicholas bring. There's the serve. We begin. Here's the backhand by a Manu. Wall-to-wall from the left side it goes. Rebote forehand. Manu comes hard from the left side. And Nicholas from the 10 line. Rebote left side by Iñaki. At the side wall, Nicholas is there. Rebote again from the forehand of Iñaki. Nicholas up high, settles it. Here's the backhand. Manu going for that corner, and Nicholas is there. Beautiful catch on the left side of Manu. Here's Nicholas. Inaki powerfully from the left side, puts it out to the rebote. Arrutia is there. Nicholas now from the 10 line. Rebote called for by Arrutia. Inaki takes it in the air, backhand from the 6. Manu now on the left side. Right to the back wall, out to the rebote. Arrutia powerfully from the forehand, puts it back. That ball kicks up from the right side. To the outside it goes. A little left turn, right turn rather. Iñaki on the rebote. Urrutia moves in. Costado, 2-all, will score. A fine shot thrown by Urrutia. Urrutia Nicholas first on the board here in our first set.
You know, coming over to this facility, I kept hearing about how much the right side was going to come into play and that players with the right side were going to benefit. You look at the numbers for Urrutia, he's thrown more right sides in this first division than he really did last season. The numbers are just way up. If he can start landing these shots from the costado with consistency too, I mean, the sky's the limit for this kid.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's relentless on both sides of the ball. I mean, offensively, he sets the pace, and defensively, he's everywhere.
Extremely aggressive.
Really good to see him
position.
come into his own so far this season. I mean, you can argue he's been the MVP through the first couple of weeks.
Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand thrown powerfully. Iñaki makes the catch. Rebote left side by Urrutia at the side wall. What a pickup by Manu. Urrutia calls for the rebote, puts it inside for the big bounce. Brought down by Manu at the 8 line. Nicholas, powerfully from the 10. Into the corner, Nicholas is there. Backhand. Straight to the back wall, rebote forehand by Iñaki. Nicholas now from the 9 line, right to the corner, Manu. Manu now from the 8. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Played to the left side of Manu. Rebote save by Urrutia. Iñaki has it. He winds up. Costado to the outside of the court, shooting out. Urrutia has a play on it. Comes out to be a wonky drop shot. Manu moves up to make the catch. Nicholas on the run. Backwards makes the catch. Manu powerfully from the forehand.
Oh, he ducked
That ball
out.
shooting down and scoring. One is the score. Iñaki serves.
Well, Urrutia read that rebote really well. Kind of an awkward bounce off the back wall, but he stuck with it. In the end, this Cyclones team is just so good when these rallies get to about 20 or 30 throws. I mean, they can just stand back here all day long. It starts with the backcourt play for Manu. He led him to a championship, 2-time champion in battle court. Iñaki has been a great partner for him, especially in this division.
Nicholas powerfully from the left side. Manu's there. Manu, big backhand. Rebote comes to the forehand of Urrutia. He almost passed the front quarter. Iñaki makes the play. Off the side wall to the forehand of Nicholas. Nicholas from the 9 line to the inside. Manu takes it in the air. Rotate forehand by Iñaki. Nicholas at the back wall. Backhand from behind the 10 line. Manu pulls it off the wall with the left side. Into the corner, and Nicholas is there again. Beautiful catch by Manu. Arrimada along the wall the whole way, skipping along into the corner. Nicholas makes the play. Nicholas advances from the 7 line. Forehand. Oh my
goodness. Dude.
Manu pulled that from the sidewall beautifully. Yeah, it's, you know, these seats are great. I'm sorry we can't share them with, but that catch was just psycho. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. High and hard to the back wall. Rebote coming out at the side wall. Iñaki makes a save.
There it goes.
That kicked up and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. 2 points for Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
It's a battle of the backcourt. It's come into play a lot more out here, and you got 2 of the best on the roster, Manu and Nicholas. Both left side dominant players. Pretty much the same all match long.
Manu powerfully from the left side. Rebote for Urrutia from the forehand to the feet of Manu. He picks it up. Urrutia calls for the rebote. Powerful forehand rebote. Clears the screen. Rebote coming out. Inaki makes the save. Urrutia scoops. He attacks. Drop shot. Manu on the run. Got it before the second bounce. The carom will score. Two. Inaki has the serve for the Cyclones. So Urrutia not looking for interference, but he had a maneuver around Inaki when
screen, totally unintentional on the catch. But how about Manu? I mean, pulled one off the side wall earlier in the match.
Yeah,
and
Inaki was trying to get out of the way there. Yeah.
Brian, it's been up the whole time.
Powerful backhand. Manu is there. Nicholas to the inside. Nicholas again at the side wall. Rebote forehand. Caught in the air by Urrutia. Urrutia powerfully from the left side. That ball caught at the back wall, but coming out of the basket. A third point for Urrutia and Nicholas of the Fireballs. Urrutia serves.
Has it for a moment, but just crashes into the back wall, and all that force popped the ball out of his basket. He's got no fear going deep into that corner.
Manu?
That's what you have to do to play at this level.
Inaki picks the serve.
Yeah, easy.
Inside placement will score. 3-3. Inaki serves for the Cyclones.
Beautiful drop shot. Tejada to the inside. Keep it along the sidewall. Makes it even tougher for your opponent to catch it if they do make their way up there. But Inaki this season, I mean, one of the best up in the front. 14 of 26 on his kill shot. That's nearing 60%. 7th on the roster. And you look at his kill rate, nearly 60% as well. Top 5. This guy, when he shoots it, he scores at a pretty high rate.
Low hard backhand by Nicholas crossing the wall, but Manu makes a difficult catch. Rebote for Urrutia to the outside, very much the outside, and the chick-chack like landing will score. A fourth point for Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
Rebote here. See it escapes and kicks up to the outside. And there's that spot, the no man's land. If you can find it right where the service box is, you're going to score.
Manu from the backhand. Nicholas takes it in the air, backhand to the inside. At the sidewall, the ball is tipped. A fifth point for Urrutia and Nicholas. This is possible set point. 5-3 though, and the Cyclones. And Inaki and Manu.
Yeah, these guys can
Nothing
come,
safe about this.
just keeping the ball along the sidewall. Even some of the best players come undone. Closer to the sidewall they get. Such great play by the Fireballs. So consistent.
Powerful serve by Urrutia. Big backhand by Manu. Rebote coming. Urrutia plays it. Manu advances, takes it low backhand. Right to the corner, and Nicholas makes a fantastic catch. Manu wall-to-wall from the left side. Rebote coming out. Urrutia on the rebote. Rebote forehand. This one kicks up. Straight back. Inaki's on it. The 2-all. Urrutia runs out to make the play.
Soft Cortada.
Cortada with a soft touch will score. Point and set for Urrutia and Nicholas. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set. So Urrutia playing smart. Again, he didn't have those difficulties that we saw previously with the forehand rebote kicking up into the overhead screen. Benetrix got that under control Friday night. Again, Don't know if they're watching film, don't know if they're getting feedback, but they are learning the nuances of the new court.
Absolutely, Stu. And yeah, it'll take some time, and that's what we've seen. But this guy Urrutia here, I mean, learning curve a little bit smaller for him compared to some of these others. I mean, the way he's taken to this court. And what amazes me is just you get the same player from point one to the end. I mean, he's just plays to the whistle. Every cliche you want to use in sports, I think Urrutia kind of fits the billing. He's just a
I don't
great
know
team.
A lot of sports cliches, Andrew. Come on, give me a couple. You know,
like he plays to the whistle.
Okay, that's one.
I mean, Stu, come on. You're going to put me on the spot, and none of them are going to come to me right now. That's usually what happens. But anything positive you could say about a guy and just, what he brings to the team and the locker room. He's a good leader. He's a great teammate. Leads by example. Some of those cliches.
I like
so
that.
there you go,
Okay. Okay, there we go.
That's the type of stuff I think about with Urrutia. And Nicholas, too, it's a great pickup to this team. His veteran leadership is, maybe exactly what this Fireballs team needed. Pair him up with Lalu and Urrutia. You got the French connection there in doubles, and look, I don't think there's.
Have you seen the
it's
movie?
Understated. I have not. Is that a?
You've not
did I just hit a title without even?
You did.
Man.
The French Connection, starring
And
Gene
you know that, Stu.
Hackman.
I'm not a big movie guy, so
but this is one of those that came out like in the early '70s and like set the standards for.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. Again, there's a couple movies like if you and I are going to have a movie day, which we never had in all these years.
You know what? I'd love that.
Okay, we'll plan it. We'll plan a movie day. We haven't done that. French Connection will not be on the list.
Okay, no, we want.
That's a great movie, and I highly
folks,
recommend it, but it won't be on the list.
Well, Inaki and Manu have played together 3 seasons in a row. They've lost just 3 matches. One of them came 6-5 in the 3rd set that was Zuleika and Ubia back in the Winter 25 season. Another one of those losses came against Urrutia and Arats back in the Winter 25 season. Since that, Stu, they've only lost 1, and it was in the playoffs to Alex and Douglas last year. 2 of the 3 losses have taken them in a 3rd set, but Inaki and Manu are on the ropes right here. See if Urrutia and Nicholas can close it out and tie up this game day.
Ready to begin our 2nd set. Iñaki has the serve for the Cyclones. Nicholas powerfully on the backhand. Manu to the back wall, comes out strong on the left side. Nicholas from the 9 line. That is such a tough catch by Manu. Big backhand. Going to the outside. Urrutia eyes on it. Iñaki to the outside, stops it, looking for the 3-wall play. Urrutia read this rebote perfectly, throws it back to the outside where it scores. A rebote costado from the outside to the outside. Urrutia and Nicholas, first on the board in our 2nd set.
Yeah, look at where Inaki's got it. I mean, he's got it on the forehand from the outside.
Well, we've seen this before, not expecting it. This screwed someone else up.
Nope.
I forget, that's not occurring to me right now who it screwed up, but it was the same thing.
You just don't get many opportunities in this division up there on the outside. Got to convert, and the Fireballs get a big point to start things off.
Manu from the backhand. Nicholas from the 10 line. Rebote forehand. High and hard to the back wall. Rebote comes out. Mid-court. Inaki makes a save. Urrutia will let it pass to Nicholas. Here's the backhand. Manu at the side wall. Urrutia, fine catch at the 6th line. Plays it back. Manu is there. High and hard to the backcourt. Oh my, what a catch by Manu. Rebote. That kicks up. Manu reads it well, keeps it high. Nicholas makes the catch in the air. Manu's there, backhand from the 9 line. Into the corner, Nicholas again. Powerful backhand to the inside. Manu, great catch. Manu now on the forehand. Ball tipped. Urrutia had his foot on the wall. About the 6th line. We're tied up 1-1 in the 2nd set. Iñaki serves. Iñaki's got an intensity about him walking to the service line that I don't often see.
No, I mean, usually keeps it light, but a frustrating way that the first set ended. Gave away a lot of points in the first point of this set, too. I mean, Inaki's got it on the forehand. He's looking to kill it, not give a point away. Got that one, tied it up. See if they can get a run started.
Powerful backhand by Nicholas, comes out to the rebote. Urrutia has on the left side. Inside placement. Stopped by Manu. Manu goes straight for the back wall. Rebote coming out. Midcourt. Rebote played back to pass. Stopped by Manu at the 8 line. Rebote forehand straight back. Caught by Manu. Here's the backhand again. Difficult rebote on the forehand of Urrutia. Manu advances to make the catch in the air. Rebote again. Urrutia from the forehand, a little lower. Inaki makes the catch. Powerful backhand follows to the corner. Rebote left side. Inaki has it. Right to the corner he goes. Nicholas makes the save, flips it up. Manu now from the 7 line. To the back wall, out to the rebote. Urrutia is there. Manu now from down low. Along the wall to the corner. Manu calls Inaki off. Same play. Back to the back wall, out to the rebote. Urrutia back to the inside. Inaki with a tip ball right along the wall to score. A hard-fought second point for Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
Yeah, and you see Inaki, I mean, he's flying into that sidewall deep in the backcourt. They're saying, well, why does he have to do that? If that ball touches the floor, Manu's got about a quarter of a second to scoop it up before it comes back at him.
And he's capable.
Right, but yeah, just low
nothing
percentage.
Easy about it.
That was the best opportunity as it was crossing the sidewall, but Inaki just couldn't make the play. Lead back to the Fireballs.
Manu to the outside. Here's the backhand. Into the corner. Urrutia is calling for it. Plays it for the bounce. Big bounce brought down by Manu. He keeps it high and hard to the back wall. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand fired back to the inside. Manu is there.
Crazy. What a catch.
I mean, Manu's a machine. We know that, but Rebote comes up the middle. Inaki. This one's on the forehand of Urrutia. He returns a cortada just above the pad. That scores. 3 points for Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves. That was a picture-perfect cortada. I mean, Inaki looking for no man's land, and Urrutia flirting with the pad but keeps it away.
Look how low that stays, too.
Yeah, that was so well thrown. Big backhand by Manu. Rebote coming out. Rebote to the inside. Manu from the 8 line. Into the corner. Nicholas is there. Manu from the 10 line. A powerful backhand thrown harder than the last. Rebote comes out. Rebote forehand. Stopped by Inaki. Nicholas, backhand from the 9 line. Manu reaches up and makes a spectacular catch on the left side. Rebote right up the middle. Urrutia fires it to the inside, getting it to the side wall, and Manu stops it. What a catch in the corner by Nicholas. Rebote coming out on a high bounce. Inaki from the forehand. Rebote forehand. Nicholas comes in, takes it off the wall, rifles it back. Manu is there from the 10 line on the left side. Inaki on the catch. Backhand from midcourt. To the forehand of Nicholas. Inaki makes a great catch off the side wall. That ball kicked up and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. A 4th point for Urrutia and Nicholas. of the Fireballs, Urrutia has a serve.
Well, coming into this match, really the one criticism so far for Urrutia in Division 1 is his out-of-play rate, pretty high. He's thrown 6 balls out, which is 10th overall and the most in Division 1. Inaki's been the one that's been a little more consistent.
Looks like he's been working on it.
Hasn't thrown anything out today. He's done a great job. That 1-2-0 landed perfectly.
Rebote forehand by Urrutia coming back to the sidewall. What a catch by Manu.
Well, it's interesting. It's almost like the Fireballs are beating the Cyclones at their own game. Consistent play, catch one more than their opponent, and Urrutia and Nicholas have just been solid.
And make the shot when you have it.
Right. I mean, there haven't been many, but he's converted the few that there have been.
Another big backhand by Manu into the corner, out to the Rebote. Rebote forehand, back to the sidewall. Manu at the 8 line. This ball goes to the outside. Manu follows it out there. The carom landing in and scoring a beautiful carom thrown by Manu to score 2 points for Manu. Iñaki and the Cyclones. Iñaki serves.
I mean, this is a gutsy throw. Manu doesn't throw a lot of these from the outside. He's under a bit of
pressure. He takes something off of it.
Yeah.
It opens up, and Urrutia's on the run. That is just such a cliche. Next level play by Manu. I didn't know that he had another level, to be honest with you. I thought we
always talk about the defense, and then that next level is when he's throwing shots offensively, Stu. It's awesome.
I mean, Manu is just, he's awesome. He's a great highlight player, good person. Snappy dresser, too.
I would agree, Stu.
I was hoping you would.
I'm taking some, you know,
silent after.
I had to think through some of my top candidates, but he's up there.
Nicholas on the left side. Here's the backhand to the corner. Manu off the back wall makes the catch. Powerful backhand follows. Nicholas from the 10 line. Big backhand into the corner. Manu is there. Inaki has the ball on the right side, sends it back, looking for the corner. Urrutia for the rebote. Inaki brings it in, sends it back, and Nicholas is there. Into the corner, Manu makes the catch. That ball's dropping into the corner, and Nicholas makes the catch. Nicholas moves to the outside, makes the play from the forehand. High and hard, and Manu is there. Big backhand by Manu. Rebote comes to the inside. Urrutia will score, crossing the side wall right about the 9 line. A 5th point for Urrutia and Nicholas. This is possible set, possible match point in the second set.
That right side rebote has been a big difference maker for him, too. As that ball is crossing the side wall, changes the spin a little bit, and it's a lot more difficult to control than I would think the left side rebote. I mean, he's just powering it. He's got all the power in the world, even in that frame, and haven't seen Manu struggle like this in the back, but the ball's been on the wall consistently. 5-2 with a chance to end it.
Backhand by Manu.
Oof.
Nicholas stops it off the side wall. Here's Manu again. Manu from the 9 line. Caught in the air by Nicholas. Powerful backhand. Headed for the corner. Manu is there. Big backhand by Manu. Rebote coming out. Urrutia on the rebote. Floating it. Manu stops it. Another one. Back to the side wall, and Manu stops it before crossing. Testing Urrutia's rebote. Another one goes to the back court. Iñaki pulls this one off the side wall. Iñaki looks for the rebote. Forehand rebote laid up. Urrutia eyes on the ball. Powerful backhand rebote coming out to midcourt. Nicholas calls for it. Backhand from the 7. Nicholas advances to make this catch at the side wall. That ball is tipped. Point and a straight set victory for Urrutia and Nicholas of the Fireballs, winning at 6-3, 6-2.
Urrutia and Nicholas take down Inaki and Manu, hand them their first loss of the regular season. And with that, they top this game day 1-1. What a win. We got Division 6 doubles coming up next. Continue with CRB and Stan against Jedden and Bradley. Let's take a look at some replay. Costado 2-wall here from Urrutia. And I don't know if he threw many Costados after that, but that really pushed Inaki closer to the net the rest of the way. Sabote kicking up and hit the cage. Points over. Flying into the backcourt here. Inaki on this Sabote tries to turn it 2 walls, but look at him.
This is the cortada.
A soft cortada.
Beautiful.
Second bounce, and neither Cyclone even close to it. First point is set 2 right here. I mean, this gave the momentum right back to the Fireballs. Inaki missed an opportunity. He's looking for the catch and just drops that one. Costado here to the outside. Urrutia takes it in the air and no hesitation with that cortada. Puts it just above the pad. No daylight between the ball and the pad, and it scores. Look at Nicholas, too. Apologies to Nicholas if he watches this back, because we talked a lot about Urrutia, but it's kind of like the offensive line play in football. We never talk about the offensive linemen. We always just talk about, the running back ran for 200 yards. Well, hey, these guys were opening up some nice holes for him, and Nicholas doing great work.
Front quarters do tend to get a lot of attention in Jai-Alai.
But great play by that team. 1-1 game day, though, all tied up. Practice going on for Division 6 doubles. But before we get to that, we will hear from Urrutia and Nicholas. Now 3-1 this season and staking their claim as one of the top dogs in Division 1. Got to knock off Inaki and Manu, and they did. Division 6, then Division 3 doubles, followed by 2 singles matches. That's the rest of the slate. And Urrutia and Nicholas, they're ready to go in the cage. Congratulations, guys. 3-1 on the season now in beating Inaki and Manu there. Urrutia, we'll ask you, you're the only front quarter that's beaten this team twice. Does your strategy differ when you play them, or what is the strategy against such a tough team?
Yeah, I don't know. We have a strategy. The strategy is to catch the ball. Catch the ball is the most important in this high against this guy because Manu and Iñaki don't miss. But today Nicolas said to my right side Robote to let the ball on the left wall is better. On the 9, 8 is better, and that's it.
Yeah, and Urrutia, for you, do you feel like you're using more right side, especially off the Robote on this court?
Yeah, I think with my right side I can paint the Manu and Iñaki, because with the reverse is difficult to draw the ball hard, and I think for pace and don't give the ball at the front court is better.
Awesome, guys. Well said. Great playing, guys. 3rd win this year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go over to Division 6 doubles. We got CRB and Stan ready to take on Jedden and Bradley. CRB and Stan 0-2 so far this season. Jedden and Bradley 1-1. We know it's going to be fun interviews, too. I think it's CRB and Stan, or we get Jedden and Bradley. Just excited to get the play started. These matches are fun. Division 6 will be the Fireball. CRB and Stan with the serve.
We're ready to begin our next match. CRB has a serve for the Fireballs. That ball kicks up. Bradley makes a fine catch. Wall to wall. Powerful throw by Bradley, scores. First point for Jedden and Bragley. Bragley power. His power has just been something else. Unleashed since the move. Stan moves up to handle the serve by Jedden. Rabote goes way to the outside and the scores. 1-1. We're all tied up here in the first set. CRB has the serve for the Fireballs.
Jedden apologizing, but and really nothing that could have done to save that one. CRB coming off of another cliche, a good loss. I mean, he and Ikeda played very well in that match. Should give him a little bit of confidence because it looked like he had his feet under him for the first time out on this court, particular with some of these Rabotes, and he's going to get a heavy dose against Bradley.
You're right. I did see something on Instagram about
did
that.
you?
I may have to apologize in between sets. What a catch by Stan down low. That's a big backhand. It clears the overhead screen. Jedden for the Rabote. Beautiful Rabote by Jedden to the inside. Stan is there. Powerful backhand by Stan. Floater. Jedden makes a save. Rabote forehand by Jedden. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That's a second point for Jedden and Bragley of the Cyclones. Jedden serves.
Yeah.
Jedden's all over these Rabotes.
His Rabote has been solid really from the start of his career, particularly that right side. Generates a lot of power, and we just saw from Urrutia, right side Rabote crossing that sidewall, coming into the backcourt on the bounce. Just gives these backs trouble.
Fault underserve. Second serve must be good.
And for Stan, too, one of the newest players, not only to highlight, but to battle court, so adjusting here after he had to figure out Magic City before.
Stan advances to make that catch. Bragley up high with a great catch and a powerful forehand to follow. Stan is there. Stan from the 9 line. Little clip. Rabote coming out. Jedden eyes on the ball. Oh, that's a swing and a miss. 2-2. CRB serves for the Fireballs. Jedden's Rabote has been excellent. I mean, his court positioning has been great. That ball just came out a little too fast.
Look at this catch. Bradley goes flying up the middle. With Jedden, too, a tendency to overswing throughout his career on some of these Rabotes, which changes up the timing. Oh, he's got that serve,
grabbed that serve. No bobble. Rabote coming out. Stan stays with it. Light touch. Jedden's in there. Backhand. To the corner. Well played. Rabote by CRB to the outside. Jedden has it on the forehand. CRB, clutch catch, and the backhand in no man's land where it scores. A third point for CRB and Stan. CRB serves.
Well, what makes that spot so effective is you see the front quarter has no chance to catch it in the air, and the ball is working towards the cage. So the only hope is the back quarter scoops it or catches it in the air. And look, a lot of times they just can't react that quickly.
Jedden picks the serve.
Oh,
Mid-court placement caught on the forehand of Stan.
Fireballs read that one well.
Bragley up high with a great catch, high and hard to the front wall. Rabote coming right to the left side. CRB. Bragley in and out of the cesta. Fourth point for CRB and Stan. Of the Fireball, CRB serves.
Yeah, Bradley had just a tremendous start to this season. The last couple game days, he's kind of regressed back to the mean a little bit. He's only catching at 86% now, which is comparable to what we have with Jedden and CRB in this division. He does make up for it because he wins a lot of points with that big right side and big power, but just got to make those catches consistently and an ace.
That's an ace for CRB and Stan. That gives them 5 points. Possible set point. Jedden advising Bragley on where to stand for this serve.
A lot of these have come right up the middle or crossing that time with Jedden there.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Jedden's already picked 2 serves. Looks like he's lining up to try to catch it.
Big bouncer.
Bragley makes a great catch, keeps it outside. CRB, nice catch to the outside. Bragley from the 10 line. Powerful forehand. Stan advances to take that ball in the air. To the corner it goes, out to the rebote. Beautiful rebote by Jedden. Rebote forehand, crossing the wall. Clear miss in the backcourt. CRB makes the save, and it scores.
Wow.
Point and set for the Fireballs. CRB and Stan, 2 minutes ago on the board. Come back out. We'll play our next set. So that apology that I said that I was going to have to give, because I'm afraid that I may have offended some of our fans, was CRB was receiving serves from Alex, who is regarded as one of the best front quarters in the world.
Okay.
Here and, of course, overseas. That, of course, is Alex Goitiendia. And CRB goes for the serve. And I just start laughing because it's like, and say, man, this guy doesn't care if God's like serving out there.
Yeah.
It's so obviously to anyone who may be offended, I'm sure that CRB would change things up if God were on the court, but I don't doubt that he would still go for God's serve.
Oh, no, there's no doubt.
And we know that God has an excellent serve in professional highlight, but
What we're
CRB is
seeing.
still going for it.
It's just his confidence, supreme confidence
He's not bothered by
in
anything.
all facets of life, really. I mean, everything on the court, off the court does not matter, and you just personally, I love it because I wish I was that positive.
Me
you
too.
know,
I mean, I was always annoyed by it because I was like, how can someone be that happy? There's something got to be going on here.
Yeah.
Because that's my old, highlight suspiciousness. But the truth of the matter is, he's a great guy. I mean, he's just a great guy and has a fantastic outlook on things.
Yeah.
As long as he's not trying to sell me any of the radioactive water or the red light stuff,
yeah.
He's always
That was a
hawking.
fate.
He's always hawking something, but he really believes in whatever it is that he's hawking.
Well, a matchup of two former football players in the front court here, Stu. CRB, a former wide receiver, Jedden, a cornerback, and actually the only highlight player with a Super Bowl ring in Jedden as well. So
That's right.
you see him up there repping the U. That's where he played his college football.
2006 Colts.
He was on the 2006 Colts. Won the Super Bowl right down here in Miami.
It's not much I can do. I can get there, but it's
CRB very well-rounded, too, in his game, and that's what you love about him in Division 6. You really don't know what's coming. His forehand, costado rate, backhand rate, very balanced. He kills it at over 50%. Catch rate right about 85. That's kind of the average in this division. See what they got here for set number 2. Cyclones already dropped 1 doubles, and this is a team that their doubles record last year was, they won nearly, 75% of their doubles matches. So to drop 2 to start off the day, put them in a little bit of a hole.
We're ready to begin our second set. Jedden will have the serve for the Cyclones. Jedden serves. Our set begins with CRB taking the serve. Big backhand. Rebote coming out. Jedden. Forehand rebote to the outside. Stan gets out there to make the save. Bragley up high. Great catch. Stan on the rebote save. Catch by Jedden on the bounce. Hard throw sidearm. That ball tipped by Stan in the backcourt. First point of the second set goes to Jedden and Bragley.
Just a bullet here. Jedden took a little bit off of these cortadas earlier. He elevates it, and look at where this is bouncing up and into Stan as he's trying to back up and make that catch.
I heard it cheer from the back. It sounded like Hinaki, but I don't think we can
He's
repeat
trying to get
it.
him going. Yeah.
Low serve is in. Here's the backhand by Stan. That clears the overhead screen. Rebote for Jedden.
That's gone. Yeah.
That lands off the court. 1-1. CRB serves for the Fireballs.
Very unforgiving when that ball clips the corner and moves to the outside. Before it seemed like that ball would always drop in. Now at this facility, it seems like that ball always just sails wide of the boundary.
Yeah, a
Physics,
tale of two facilities. The other facility had a mind of its own. This is a much more stubborn court. Powerful forehand just rifled by Bragley, scooped up by Stan. Stan plays the backhand straight to the back wall. Jedden on the rebote floats it up. Stan advances to take it in the air. Backhand. Hard throw to the back wall. Rebote by Jedden. Beautiful throws. Stands there. Rebote forehand. Stand again from the 7 line. Swim to the outside. Bragley on the move. Makes the catch on the forehand. Low and hard. And what a scoop by Stan in the backcourt. Rebote forehand is missed in the front court. A second point for CRB and Stan. CRB serves.
Yeah, in Stan, Division 5, he just one match where he missed like 5 or 6 balls, and that'll just kill the catch rate. And it was really just one bad match for him. Here in Division 6, he's been a great partner here to CRB. Get pace
Catching
a little more
better,
up to his speed. Catching is better. Just positioning, too. Everything seems to be a little bit more.
Bragley powerfully from the forehand. Stan makes the catch midcourt, deep in the backcourt. That backhand does not clear the overhead screen. That's out of play. We're tied up at 2-2 in the second set. Jedden serves.
You don't want to just give that ball to Bradley on his right side of the backcourt because he'll just kill you over and over with that power, and you don't know where it's coming off the back wall. Send it a little high. It just catches a piece of that screen. Stan's done a good job.
Fault underserve. Second serve must be good. Low bullet of the serve coming 3/4 from Jedden. CRB unfazed. Fine serve by Jedden. Backhand by Stan. Bragley from the 9 line. Powerfully. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden's lining up on the right side. Beautiful forehand Rebote. CRB calls for it. Makes the save. Jedden takes it in the air. Outside placement. Oh, caught by CRB. Karen by CRB scores. A third point for CRB and Stan. CRB serves.
Look at CRB. As Jedden is opening up, he knows this is going to be an outside placement. He's played against him so many times. There was question, but that ball, it looked like it was dancing around the frame. Yeah, Cyclone saw a quick look at the replay, but I don't think they saw it full.
Big right side by Bragley. Here's Stan. Stan on the backhand. Rebote for Jedden. Good placement. And Stan's there overhead.
Oh, nice Rebote. Clean miss.
Bragley on the catch. Powerful right side to the outside. Stan will keep it on the forehand. Back to the inside. That's going to be a tough catch. Bragley makes it beautifully. Stan let that one go. That hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. We're tied up 3-3. Jedden serving.
You know, with this division, too, a lot of it is just limiting the unforced errors. You know, CRB and Stan have a bunch of tip balls, but they've done a great job of limiting pad, out-of-play throws on the screen, whatever it may be. 2 in a set to tie it up here. Just got to lock back in. Stan's been catching very well. You don't want it to throw off his catching, but you just got to keep these backhands lower. If Bradley catches it, hey, at least you're in the rally and you didn't give one away.
Stan to the outside. Here's the backhand. High and hard to the back wall. Jedden for the rotate at the side wall. Lays it up. CRB makes the catch. Backhand.
Oh,
beautiful catch off the wall by Stan. Powerful backhand. Bragley from the back wall. Tremendous play. Rotate for Jedden. That touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. A fourth point for CRB and Stan. Of the fireballs, CRB serves.
Forehand Rebote tends to kick up, and that time didn't clear the screen. Jedden's got so much power, he can go wall-to-wall with that right side Rebote, but we've seen some of these balls escape, they kick up. You have to be very careful. Know that you have full control.
Ball tipped by Stan in the corner. 4-4 is the score. Jedden will serve.
And that's what Bradley can bring to the team that really no one else in Division 5 can. He's got the power to make your life miserable in the backcourt, and if the backcourt lets that go, CRB is going to be scrambling to make the save. Tough serve. Oh, what an adjustment.
Cortada serve is handled well by Stan in the backcourt. Jedden for the rebote. Makes the play. Stan takes this one on the bounce.
Back to
Pika.
back.
Bradley takes it in the backcourt. Powerful forehand. Stan with the catch in the air. Backhand. Clears the overhead screen. Rebote to the inside. Jedden's on it. CRB makes the catch. Backhand. Wall to wall by CRB. Jedden for the rebote. CRB with a drop ball. 5 points for Jedden and Bradley here in the second set. Possible set point.
Even though they haven't played their best, here they are up 5-4 with a chance to push it into a third set. It really, Stan's been catching well. CRB's been everywhere. You got to say that if this goes to a third set, you got to like the Cyclones' chances.
There's the backhand by Stan, powerfully to the back wall. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Jedden. Back to the inside where it scores. Point and set to Jedden and Bradley. They take the second set, 6-4, 2 minutes on the board. We'll come back out and play a third and decisive set.
First third set of the game day, and it comes in Division 6. Jedden and Bradley, great comeback in set number 2. And again, just a few more misses and unforced errors from their opponents. That's the name of the game in Division 6 doubles. Keep the ball in, catch one more than your opponent. All the things that we talk about in Jai-Alai, all the cliches in Jai-Alai. You just do it. You do it better than your opponent. You'll have a good record in this division. Jedden and Bradley did it last year, 8-2, and led this group. And here they are now on the Cyclones, looking to recreate that magic.
A great team, tremendous communication between the two of them. Always a lot of fun. Same thing with CRB up there in the front court. Focus here in the players' cage. Players taking the breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. Focus now, CRB and Stan standing back there getting some feedback from Lalu. I'm still having a difficult time, managing this Lalu shaved head business. He just had all those locks and curls that kind of like hung out from his helmet. Now
all business, huh?
No questions, all business.
Look, I mean, he's been winning since he's gone to that look, and we'll see him coming in singles match number 5. Look at Inaki getting in there and tying the shoe. And he's got 2 hands. Huh?
Inaki tying Tenard Davis's shoes.
Well, you were just saying, you untie the cesta, but he, anyway, Inaki's just a great teammate. He goes above and beyond.
He absolutely is. I remember when he was the very first year of Battle Court, very first season of Battle Court of when we had captains. And he was standing in the cage, and he looked at a player and he said, do you want me to talk to you? Do you not want me to talk? Recognizing that some players might do better with, not being spoken to except from their partner on the court.
100%.
We're ready to begin our third and final set. First team to reach 6 points will win this match. CRB has the serve for the Fireballs.
You see that pretty even game day score. Bunch of ones up there. Match score, game day score. See how this one ends. Whoever wins will take a 2-1 game day lead. CRB and Stan have the serve.
CRB serves. Our set has begun. Bradley at the side wall handles that one beautifully. Rebote goes to the outside. CRB's on it. To the inside he goes. Bradley on the forehand from the 7 line. Big right side. Stan in the corner. Difficult catch. At the side wall, Bradley is there. Stan again from the back wall. Powerful throw. Bradley up high. Backhand by CRB to the 10 line. Bragley powerfully from the right side. Stands there. Backhand from the 8.
It seems like the Cyclones have gone on their run as Bradley's gotten more involved, too.
Absolutely.
Catching more balls in the air and just firing it as far as he can. Fireballs can't pass, which they were doing consistently in set 1.
The hard throw is caught in the air by Stan. Stan powerfully from the left side. Robote coming to Jedden. Jedden on the move. He makes the save. That kicks back to the inside. Big bounce. Brought down by Stan on the left side. Backhand. Robote forehand by Jedden. Karam from the backcourt caught the pad, and the pad is bad. First point of the third and decisive set goes to Jedden and Bragley. I understand the thought. Not an easy shot.
Right, no, and not a great sign for Stan in his confidence, too. I mean, if he's confident he could just stand back there and out-catch him, there's no way he goes for that carom. If there's a slight doubt in his catching, he's thinking, well, I got to kill this point before they throw a hard one here. Might see a carom like that. That was well low and a little bit wild.
A little higher to keep it safe for, or really for everyone. Stan from the backhand. High and hard to the back wall. Robote for Jedden. CRB advances, makes the catch. Light touch, midcourt. Bragley has it, throws the carom, and scores. 2 points for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
You mentioned the defense of Bradley, and now pairing it up with a little shot making, the carom.
Well, CRB throws a. If he was trying to throw a split placement, that was an adequate split placement, but it was a terrible 2-all. If that's what he was trying to go for. Put it right on the forehand of Bragley, which is not what you want to do midcourt.
You just have to convert those opportunities, and Bradley did. 2-0. Ooh.
Stan takes the ball down low. Bragley with a fine catch at the 10 line. Stan again from the backcourt to the corner. Bragley with the catch on the left side. Big, big backhand. Robote coming out. CRB on the Robote. Will take a bounce midcourt. Bragley is there. Low hard throw. Picked up by Stan high on the left side. Stan to the corner and out to the Robote, and Jedden is there. CRB takes it in the air, winds up. 2-all. Out.
One.
A third point for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
Yeah. And you can just tell the Fireballs feel all the pressure in the world now. They're trying to make something happen to cut into this lead instead of doing what built them the lead, which was just consistent catching and play to the inside.
Yeah, that 2-all was way out.
I mean, they took Bradley out of the match in set number 1. And again, it's early in the day, new ball, but here in a third set now, 3-0 and a bunch of wild shots, and he goes for another one.
CRB picks a serve, drop shot.
Oh, got it.
Will score on the second bounce. Well done by CRB. Fireballs are on the board with a point and the serve for CRB. Jedden does not like being beaten by CRB.
You know, he picks that serve, too, coming in a little low. Not easy to control. And then the drop shot. 1-2 bounces.
I think he'd prefer to be beaten by anyone on the roster if he has to be beaten.
And not on the drop shot either. Well,
2 bounces before the catch was made. That's an ace. 2 points for CRB and Stan. CRB serves.
Serve
CRB
came over Jedden's head, heard a shriek.
Yeah.
And looked like everyone kind of paused out there except the officials. And
well,
the play was still going.
The shriek wasn't necessarily helpful.
No. Definitely not.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. CRB changing things up on the serve. Nothing wrong with that. Just got to get it between the underserve and overserve line.
Oh, boy.
Double fault, loss of point. 4 points for Jedden and Bragley of the Cyclones. Jedden serves.
Well, about as untimely as it gets there with the double fault from CRB. I mean, late in the third set here, trying to tie it up. Instead, they just open up that lead to 2. Yeah, that's CRB's first double fault this year on top of it. Got to be kicking himself.
Yeah, he's very reliable where the serving's concerned. That one just did not work out. Good serve. Fine catch by Stan. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden makes a save. Stan on the backhand. Big backhand takes off. Hits the back wall. Rebote coming to the inside. Beautiful forehand rebote by Jedden. CRB, rebote for the clip. Oh, Jedden comes up with it. Beautifully played. Scoop attempt missed. Rebote.
He got
this
there.
point is still alive.
None.
That's a third point for CRB and Stan. CRB serve.
Well, let's see the replay here because I was standing right behind Stan and he missed it by a good foot. Again, we saw this, I mean, even on that serve that went over Jedden's head and earlier in the first set, you just got to play to the whistle here for the Cyclones, giving away a few. But look at this forehand.
An absolute bullet comes to the corner and scores 5 points for Jedden and Bragley. Possible set, possible match point.
And you always say, Stu, it's important for the officials to watch with their eyes and not just rely on what they can hear because the ball hitting the back wall and crossing could sound like a tip.
Exactly.
Again, and this one here
is a miss. Exactly.
Just a bullet. That's what Bradley could do. Kept it lower. And now a couple chances here to close out the match. Give the Cyclones the lead back in the game day.
Backhand by Stan, powerfully thrown. Rebote comes to the inside. Jedden on the move, dropping. Jedden makes a fine save. Ball tip, point set, and match in the third set for Jedden and Bragley, winning it 6-3.
Cyclones take the final 2 sets. Nice comeback in match 3, and they take a 2-1 game day lead. Doubles Division 3 up next. Then we'll go over to singles for 2 matches in a row. Urrutia and Ikeda will take on Inaki and Unda.
Wasn't even talking shit to you, but you want to open your mouth.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
We're joined by our winners there, Jedden and Bradley. Congratulations, guys. Second win of the year. Bradley, it really seemed like they took you out of the first set, but how were you able to insert yourself back into the match more in those second and third sets to get the win?
I just do what I do best. Put myself in the game, throw the ball, catch the ball, and then, refs out there doing their thing. So I just do my thing. That's all I can do.
And Jedden, for you, how have you liked adjusting to this court and playing up here in the front?
Well, it's easy for me to adjust because I'm using my power.
Yeah.
But, having a guy like Bradley back there kind of makes it easy on me. It just feels good to get a win with him, even though we're dealing with some type of complications on our back end, the court issues with the ball hitting the ground.
Awesome, guys. Well, hey, second win this year and a big one there to give your team the lead. Thank you for the time.
I want to spin around, but I got sciatica, spinal.
Well, at your age, Jedden, I mean, come on. You're playing great.
Oh, man, that's good stuff, Jed. Thanks, guys. All right, last doubles of the day, Division 3. We'll see Urrutia and Ikeda against Inaki and Unda. Battle of the vowels here, Stu. 2-1 for Urrutia and Ikeda. 1-1 for Inaki and Unda this year. But we saw Urrutia already a win under his belt tonight, and he has been just a star for the Fireballs to start this season. Inaki and Unda, their second season playing together, a little bit more experience compared to these two. But for me, Stu, it's about this backcourt matchup. You got Unda and Ikeda. They went at it in singles. We saw Unda dominate with his power, but here, playing doubles now, and Urrutia is just a great partner to try to get the win and flip that result. Inaki coming into this match with a loss. We're not usually seeing that with his play. There's the whistle, though. Judges make their way out. Let's begin match number 4. Fireballs, of course, will serve first. Urrutia and Ikeda.
Ready to begin our first set. This next match, Urrutia has the serve for the Fireballs. Powerful serve by Urrutia to start things off. Here's the forehand by Unda. Rebote to the left side of Urrutia. Unda's there. High and hard to the front wall. Rebote again for Urrutia. Back to the inside. Unda up high. Ikeda moves in, makes the catch in the air, deep in the backcourt. Unda calls for the catch. Forehand. To the corner, out to the rebote. Ikeda in the corner. Here's the backhand. That kicked up and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point. The first set goes to Iñaki and Unda of the Cyclones.
Again, just giving points away with that overhead screen. Worst case scenario, you'll throw a soft backhand and Inaki takes it in the air at about the 7 line. Hard to do anything with it there. You start giving away points, puts more pressure on Urrutia and the rest of the team. Urrutia just telling him, don't worry about it. You got a lot of points left. Just keep doing your thing, because Ikeda's been catching really well back there.
Ikeda on the backhand to the corner. Big right side by Unda. Inaki to the 8 line. Backhand. To the corner, and Ikeda is there. Big backhand by Unda. Rebote on a high bounce. Powerful forehand rebote. That touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. A second point for Inaki and Unda of the Cyclones. Inaki serves.
And Unda can definitely make an impact in this match with that big left side. Closer he can keep it to the side wall, the better, especially on the rebote. Urrutia has been so dominant with that right side crossing the wall on these returns, so you can keep it close and not let him get full power on it. That's really ideal.
Unda with a fine catch at the 10 line, low and hard backhand. Ikeda advances to make the catch, sends it back. Urrutia calls for the rebote. It's a light touch just above the pad. Inaki winds up, sends it back. That will score. 3 points for Inaki and Unda. Inaki serves.
We've seen a bunch of these, the costado to pass. Look at Ikeda, full sprint moving to the inside. So, hey,
he's got to cover the drop shot.
Right. You got to respect the shots.
Absolutely.
And Inaki's got a variety of them. Probably one of the most balanced front quarters on the roster in terms of his right side, left side, and costado rates. I mean, not much of a difference between all of them. And you think about his shot making, too. He's pretty reliable. He can throw the carom, the costado two-wall, the drop shot from both sides. I mean, he really has all the tools and the makings of a great front court player.
Fault, under serve. Second serve must be good. Here's the backhand by Ikeda to the inside. Unda advances, takes it in the air, backhand. Low and hard along the wall is stopped by Ikeda. Unda from the right side. Crossing the wall. Ikeda makes the catch in the air. Ikeda now from the 9 line. From the forehand. Iñaki makes the catch. At the side wall, Ikeda's there. Unda now makes the call. Big right side by Ikeda. Oh, Unda hit with the ball, lost a point. Urrutia and Ikeda on the board here. First, the first set, Urrutia serves.
Well, it's a good illustration of why why the catch is a lot more difficult as it crosses the side wall. You just don't know exactly where it's going to be dropping. I mean,
well, Unda shouldn't have been going for that on his. I know his right side is his game, but he shouldn't have been going for that on his right side.
Slight miss.
That ball's tipped 2 points for Urrutia and Ikeda off the ace.
Well, Unda's been catching really well. I mean, the first couple points, I mean, he's the lowest of the 4 players in this match by a pretty wide margin. The only one below 90%. Ikeda's at about 95.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Unda's got a perfectly good backhand. Yeah. Catching, throwing wise. Unda advances to make the catch. Right side to the outside. Robote gives a kick. That ball's tipped. 3-3. In our first set, Urrutia serves for the fireballs.
Urrutia makes leads vanish in a hurry. I mean, 3 hard-fought points by the Cyclones to build that lead. Felt like they were in control, and the next thing you know, a couple unforced errors and 3-3. Just like that, totally flipped this match around. That's why it's important to stay in it. You give away 1 point, you got to get 6. Doesn't mean a whole lot.
It's a powerful serve by Urrutia. Backhand, low to the backcourt. Ikeda comes up with a great catch. Ikeda from the 8 line. High to the front wall, crossing the wall. Unda keeps it on the backhand. Ikeda now at the back wall. Forehand, high and hard to the front wall. Backhand by Unda. Little clip. Urrutia makes the catch on the right side. Difficult catch made deep in the backcourt by Ikeda. Urrutia, backhand from the 8. Powerful, powerful forehand by Unda. Oh, Ikeda grabbed that at the back wall. Nice play. Here's Iñaki from the 7 line. Rotate forehand. Unda powerfully from the left side. Ikeda pulls that from the side wall. Backhand. This one caught by Unda. Ikeda again, this one from the 9 line. Robote forehand, 2 pass. Comes to Unda. Urrutia calls for this Robote. Oh my, what a catch by Unda. He turns the carom, stopped by Urrutia. Urrutia's carom opens and scores. A 4th point for Urrutia and Ikeda. Urrutia serves. And Unda, I believe, giving that old Nate the Great's throat slash?
It may be a tribute to, could have been a fan of his, I'm not sure, Stu. But that, you know, with backcourters throwing these shots from the outside, even though your opponent is trapped inside, you still have to throw a good shot. And there's a premium on it. Manu did it, but Unda couldn't handle that one.
Cortada serve is an underserve. First fault, second serve must be good. Wow, that came low and hard. I mean, like,
really low.
Real low and real hard.
But back to that last point, even if the shot is there sometimes, you don't have to shoot it, especially against Urrutia. I mean, how often has he gotten beat to the net today? Only once, I think. Ooh,
oh, what a catch by Ikeda off a bullet. Iñaki makes the catch. It's a 2-all, and it scores. Perfectly thrown by Iñaki. 4-4 is the score in the first set. Iñaki serves.
Well, make it 2 times he scored on the beat Urrutia to the net today. That one.
Well thrown
Just
because
committed.
Urrutia went out there quickly.
Yeah. If you commit to the 2-wall and throw it well, especially on this court, you're going to score at a high rate. You see there was a slight hesitation from Urrutia. Look, Inaki can put it up the middle, more of a split placement. Could throw it to the net, could keep it inside, so that's why you saw that. Tied at 4-4.
Urrutia picks a serve, 2-all rifled and scoring. A 5th point off aggressive play by Urrutia up there in the front court. Possible set point.
Came right to him and does exactly what you expect. Costado into the 2-wall and opens it up wide. Doesn't show you he's going to throw it till really the last second. You see here, a bunch of options, and then bam. Sees Inaki move in, kicks it off the sidewall first.
Unda on the catch. Here's the backhand. Into the corner, and Ikeda's there. Backhand. Unda from the right side, powerfully. Urrutia is calling for the rebote to the inside. That has a kick, and Unda makes the catch. Urrutia calling for the catch. That ball came right back to the side wall. We are at 5-5 in the first set. Set point. Urrutia did call Ikeda off of that, but it would have been a tough catch for Ikeda, but that ball really came back to the side wall, setting up a near impossible rebote for Urrutia.
Until just flicked that one up over his head and couldn't get much on it. Here we are at 5-5, 1 point to decide set number 1.
Urrutia looking for the serve, but Inaki knows that. Backhand by Ikeda. Inaki playing deep. Wall to wall from the left side. Rotate coming out. Rotate forehand back to the inside, and Unda's there. A bullet from the left side of Unda, caught and stopped by Ikeda. Here's Unda. Rebote. Caught in the air by Inaki. Inaki, powerful backhand, is caught, and a beautiful catch by Ikeda. Inaki has it on the forehand. Comes over the top. That ball's tipped. Point and a hard-fought set going for Inaki and Unda. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
Cyclones coming back and taking that set after leading 3-0. That would have been a tough one to let slip away. So good they finished that one off on the decisive 11th point. Led by Inaki up there in the front court. Inaki's had a really solid battle court career. Adding that championship last season as a member of the Cyclones. And I was thinking about the roster construction of this team, and they've had Manu for so long, but things started to change for the Cyclones when they brought in Inaki, and then a year later they brought in Jairo, and then you have the 2 great front quarters to go along with a top back quarter in Manu, and that sets up a couple of your teams. Inaki and Manu have been great. Jairo and Manu have been great. And then you got to credit the rest of the team, too. Unda's been a great addition in the 4 spot, and then Jed and Bradley, respectively. I mean, those 2 players, great season, and now they're paired up for the Cyclones. It's really just a complete and deep team this year.
Definitely.
A little bit different case for the Fireballs, you know. They added Nicholas just this past draft, replacing him with a Rotz who was on the team last season. For the Fireballs, they've had the front quarters. It's just when will they make the next step? It seems that Urrutia is there, and he's arrived in some of this top-level play. Lalu right behind him, too, is their Division III front court player. We'll see Lalu next in singles, but what we have seen through the first couple weeks here and almost the first month of play is the back quarters are going to matter a lot more maybe than before, and they're going to have to stand in there and play in their spot in the corner, but the front quarters still have the opportunity to take over these matches and win it up there. You got 2 great ones here, Inaki and Urrutia going toe-to-toe, 6-5 in the first set. Set 2 just about ready to begin.
There's the whistle. Our second set is ready to begin. Urrutia serves. We begin. Catch by Unda. Urrutia comes to the backcourt to make the catch. Powerful backhand follows. Unda takes it up high at the 10 line. Catch by Urrutia. Backhand. Straight to the backcourt, and Unda's there. Unda down from the 8. Lifts it. High and hard to the back wall. Robote coming out. Ball tipped in the backcourt. First point of the second set goes to Urrutia and Ikeda of the Fireballs. Urrutia serves.
You got Inaki reaching back for it, Unda moving up. Always found it to be a little bit distracting for the player that is trying to make that catch. And had it for a moment, but just never really controlled it.
Unda powerfully from the right side. This ball comes, crosses the wall. Robote up the middle. This one is caught. Second point for Urrutia and Ikeda. Urrutia serves. Yeah, I mean, that's a cortada from the backcourt in the middle of the court, and there was traffic in front of him.
Yeah, pulled up a bit. Didn't throw it as hard as he could have, but I don't know if he saw him out of the corner of his eyes. That was the intent of the throw. Either way, it's safe. Now.
What a catch by Ikeda. That ball crossed the wall beautifully. Inaki grabs it. Philo to score. Beautifully executed by Inaki. Inaki has a point and the serve.
But with how unfriendly the sidewall was before, we were seeing a lot of Philos. You take the sidewall out of it, you just throw it straight to the outside. Out here at Jam Arena, we haven't seen a whole bunch of these. But Inaki is the one that can throw it well, and he makes him pay. Gets the first point of this second set for the Cyclones.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. When you think about this side wall, I mean, you know, every magnificent costado, every great carom, you know, the side walls had something to do with it. Yeah. Literally in highlight. Yeah. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
Ikeda opens up on the left side, plays it deep. Unda from the 9 line. Big backhand to the back wall. Robote comes straight up the middle. Powerful Robote throwing the sidearm and crossing the wall deep in the backcourt and scoring. A third point for Urrutia and Ikeda. Urrutia serves.
Yeah, there was a moment there. It looked like Inaki was going to go for it, but he respected the call off by his backcourter. I mean, Unda called about there. And look at where it ends, right on the side wall as he tries to pick it off.
Unda on the backhand. Ikeda in the corner, unable to settle the ball in his cesta. Second point for Inaki and Unda. Inaki serves.
Exactly the point they needed. Just a quick one, cuts the lead in half. Now can get it back right here.
Here's the backhand by Ikeda deep to the backcourt, and Unda's there. Big right side, will pass. Robote coming out. Urrutia eyes on the Robote, sends it back, and Unda makes a great catch. Forehand by Ikeda, stopped by Inaki. Urrutia calls for the Robote, plays it back. Unda makes the catch. Ball kicks to the inside. What a catch by Unda. Urrutia takes that on the bounce. Backhand to the outside. Missed. Lands wide. 3-3. Iñaki serves.
Well, threw that one wide, but I get it. I understand the intent with Unda inside and a little bit out of position. That's when you throw it and try to hit that spot where Iñaki's serving from.
We saw Benetric score with that on Friday night.
Don't hate that at all. You just got to drop it in.
Backhand by Iñaki. To the back wall, Robote forehand. This one caught by Unda. Urrutia. Backhand. To the forehand of Unda. Robote to the inside. Unda has it on the forehand. A fine catch. Robote is missed. A fourth point for Urrutia and Ikeda. Urrutia serves.
Again, you got both players in the same spot. One screaming at the other as they're trying to make the save, and that just has to be a little bit distracting. I know it was encouraging, but still, not often you see just a clean miss from the back like that with Unda. Lead back to the Fireballs, 4-3.
Good catch on the forehand of Unda. He rifles this to the corner, and the Chick-Chack will score. 4-4 is the score in the second set. Iñaki serves.
Yeah, he's had trouble, Ikeda has, reading these forehands coming into the corner since the singles. I mean, he's looking. He just thinks it's going to come out a little further than it does, and frustration afterwards. Because it's just the same thing that's happened over and over, and he's trying to adjust, but it seems like whatever he does, the ball reacts the opposite way.
Ikeda on the catch. Here's the backhand. Unda big right side. Ikeda makes the catch. Backhand from the 9 line. Unda from the 8. Urrutia has a tip ball behind the 7. That is a 5th point here in the second set for Iñaki and Unda. Possible set, possible match point.
Very early in Urrutia's career, you noted how well he stops the ball on that left side.
That's a rare miss on the left side. Yeah.
And he's rode that, Stu, to the top catch rate this year to start off the season, 97.5%. And that left side is #1 on the roster, too. Very untimely.
Ikeda, backhand to the inside.
Wow.
That will score on the return. We are at 5-5 here in our second set, so it's possible set point to take it to a third set for the Fireballs. Possible match point for the Cyclones.
Yeah, that ball thrown by the Fireballs right along the side wall, forcing some indecision.
Big right side by Undo. That ball is in and out of the cesta. That is point set and a hard-fought match for Iñaki and Unda of the Cyclones taking it. 6-5, 6-5.
Needed the final point in both sets. The Cyclones take it and the match. A 3-1 game day advantage for the Cyclones heading into singles. They send out Jairo to take on Walu. Check out that game day score. Well, we were tied 1-1, but the Cyclones winning the last 2 doubles. Jedden and Bradley first, then Iñaki and Unda just a few moments ago. They now lead it 3-1. Second matchup between these two teams in the regular season. The Cyclones won the first one 5-1. And at risk of having the same thing happen to the Fireballs once again. Take a look at some replays, though, from match number 4. With this great front court battle between Inaki and Urrutia. Costado hard to the inside. Gets it over Ikeda's head, and you see how it reacts off the back wall. 2-wall there from Inaki. Didn't see a whole lot of shots in that match, especially for, Inaki and Urrutia, 2 guys in the top 8 in terms of just shot attempts this year. Placement inside right along the wall, but both fronts attacking these backs. And look at Unda throwing one into the corner. Ikeda ducks out of the way. It drops. And then right here, it's a powerful forehand. Ikeda's like, I can't let it drop again. Goes for the catch, and just in and out of the basket it goes. Cyclones outlasting those Fireballs in straight sets. Now you see some practice ongoing there. Lalu and Jairo getting warm before their singles tilt in just a few moments, but we've got Inaki and Unda over in the cage, and we're going to hear from them after their win. There they are, Inaki and Unda. Congratulations, guys. Again, just a tough team to play against. Urrutia fast and quick up in the front. Inaki, what's your strategy playing against him to get that win here?
The strategy was play aggressive, don't give them any time to think what to do, and we start like on fire and we finish like that. So
yeah, and Unda for you in the backcourt, definitely great play there. What do you like about the way that this team has started off, you and Inaki, out on this court?
We finished the last season quite well.
Yeah.
We were improving, and I think that this season, the Division 3 needs to be important for the team and win a lot of games. And we are in the way to do that.
Awesome, guys. Well, a great start for you. 2-1 after that win. Thank you. We got singles coming up next. Cyclone sending out Jairo, and he will take on Lalu. There's that hair, Stu. You said it. Beautiful locks in the picture, but a serious-looking Lalu tonight. It is Lalu's singles debut out on this court. Last season, he was 4-1. Jairo's had a great start out at Jam Arena. He is already 2-0, and Jairo did win that matchup last year in Division 3. Lalu's got the serve, and we're ready to begin match 5. Fireballs need to win both to end this game day in a tie.
Lalu serves, we begin. Lalu with the rebote save, caught overhead by Jairo. Rebote missed, first point this set. And this match goes to Jairo of the Cyclones. He serves.
Not many guys with that big right side that can bounce it over their opponent off the rebote. Again, Lalu adjusting to this pace, this speed. There's just not many guys that are that precise with the power on the right side as Jairo. Especially not Division 3. Most of those guys are up in Division 1.
Lalu powerfully from the forehand. Lalu sends this one to the corner. Does come out. Jairo not able to make the save there at the side wall. We're tied up 1-1 here in the first set. Lalu serves for the Fireballs.
You talk about the right side, you also have to mention Lalu in there. I mean, one of the best serves last year. And when he does kill the point, I mean, mostly those cortadas back to the inside. Been working on that Costado, but both of these players, right side dominant.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good.
Ooh.
That ball dropping and scoring.
Yeah.
The second point for Lalu.
Really, that one just died. I mean, Jairo a little late to react, but he was surprised as we were.
Here's Jairo on the backhand. Lalu commits to the backcourt, tips the ball back here at the 10 line. 2-2, Jairo serves for the Cyclones.
And when it comes down to the catching here, I mean, pretty big advantage for Jairo, at least in doubles. I mean, catching near 97%, Lalu closer to about 95 in singles. Catch rate's a little bit lower normally, but still holds true.
Lalu will keep this on the forehand, powerful right side. Jairo has the scoop. Here's the backhand.
The left side, no less.
Lalu went to the floor to try to make the play. That's just out of reach. A third point for Jairo. The Cyclones, he serves.
Look at this scoop by Jairo. I mean, if he's going for a left side scoop, he's a little bit out of position. I mean, deep in the backcourt, scoops it right up, and then Rebote, tough to play that low. Both of Jairo's singles wins have come in 3 sets, so could expect another long one here. Always takes his time, save serve routine. Big fan of it. Just reset every point, do the same thing.
Backhand by Lalu, powerfully thrown wall-to-wall Rebote. Coming out, played by Jairo. Lalu makes the catch at the 6 line. Drop shot. Scores on the second bounce. All tied up at 3-3 here in the first set. Lalu has a serve for the Fireballs.
Yeah, simple stuff there from Lalu. Throwing the ball where his opponent's not, but he doesn't telegraph that throw. Really, to the last second, he waits and cuts off the swing, and Jairo takes off as quick as he can, but can't track that one down. And for a guy that has so much power, you always have your opponent on the back foot, throwing those drop shots even more devastating. This serve.
Jairo with the backhand. Caught by Lalu. Lalu from the left side, back to the inside. Jairo makes a fine save midcourt. Here's Lalu from the 6. Passes. Takes a little off of it. Jairo makes a great save. Lalu moves up to get the ball. Passes again.
Overthrew it.
Good catch by Lalu. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand again by Jairo. Lalu comes to the backcourt to make the catch. Backhand follows. Passes. More powerful forehand now by Lalu. Rebote coming out. Jairo's there. Jairo to the inside. Lalu on the bounce. Backhand. Just behind the 7 line. Jairo makes a save. Light touch. Lalu advances. Makes the catch. Into the corner. Jairo went for another one. This one falls just short of the front wall. Great effort by both Lalu and Jairo. Lalu gets the point.
Almost dug out the chick-chack there. I mean, that died in the corner. He did all he could to sweep it up there and fell just a line short. Lalu hanging around, takes his first lead late in this first set.
Cortada serve. Lands deep in the box. Jairo handles it. Rebote 2-all. Fell short of the front wall. That's out of play. 4-4 is the score. Jairo serves.
Yeah, that's a tough 2-all. I mean, off his footing, deep in the backcourt, on the Rebote, a lot working against him there. And again, Lalu not known for that costado as much as the right side, been working on it. Low percentage 2-all there, ties things up.
Serve comes in low from Jairo. Big backhand. Stopped by Jairo in the air at the 8 line. Big right side. Lalu goes to the back wall to make the play. Powerful forehand. Oh, what a catch by Jairo. Jairo will pass. Rebote coming out. Lalu on the rebote. At the side wall, Jairo grabs it. Rebote, little clip off the side wall, gives it to Jairo on the forehand. Jairo passes. Oh, he does not pass. Lalu makes a great catch. Powerful forehand rebote, stopped by Lalu. Lalu from the backhand. Excellent catch by Lalu. Right side to the corner. Lalu backhand to the outside. Jairo makes the save. Fine
Great
rebote
save.
play. Here's Lalu.
Oh, no. It clipped.
This one came to the forehand of Jairo.
Oh, he gave
my.
it right back to him. Oh, man.
In a point of attrition, Jairo gets the point.
Yeah, it felt like nobody wanted to win that decisive 9th point of the set there. I mean, the 2-all from Lalu.
Or throw a risky
Not
shot. I
great.
mean, they wanted to win it. They just didn't want to risk the shot.
Right.
And
Well, yeah, didn't push it that close to the boundary line. Yeah, Lalu.
possible set point for Jairo of the Cyclones.
But Lalu having to make that switch from right to left, he wasn't expecting to catch that one on his left. Probably forced the miss. And not the best we've seen from those two, but Jairo still a chance to close it out right here.
Lalu will keep this one on the forehand. Powerful right side. Caught by Jairo. Jairo passes. Rebote. Rebote left side. Back to the inside. Jairo.
Oh.
From the forehand with a hop. Lalu from the 9 line. Back to the inside over the top. Jairo's there. Ball tipped at the 9 line. Point and a hard-fought set for Jairo. The Cyclones. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
So Jairo gets that opening set 6-4. Closes out Lalu. Again, these two did play last season. Different facility, of course, but Jairo did win there and is really dominated the series between these two in singles. See the Cyclones going over to Jairo, making sure he's got all the refreshments that he needs, because if he wins it right here, could end the game day in their favor. Got to win 4 matches or more to take the game day. You win 3 matches each, game day ends in a tie. 2 matches or less, your team loses the game day. That's how the scoring works in Battle Court. You get a point if you win the game day, half a point if you tie, and 0 for that game day loss.
Well, I did speak with our water master to find out what was
Stu?
going on with these small dental cups.
Yeah, tell me.
And he said that he was actually trying to encourage the players to bring their own bottles.
Interesting.
From home, and I don't know that it's necessarily catching on.
I was going to say, I like the intent, though, but
yes,
just gently pushing people towards doing something instead of just saying,
I find
hey,
that
bring the bottle.
My
in.
experience in on the management side, not the announcing side, but my experience is that typically doesn't work with highlight players.
Hey, could you please do that?
Typically, a good conversation to begin with a big bulldozer that's that's on behind you going, hey, I'd like to talk to you about something. Don't mind the bulldozer. So you think you could move that?
Getting a chance here. There's the whistle, and Jairo keeping that tie on. Ready to begin play. Lalu, he's just about ready to serve. Jairo makes his way out to begin set number 2.
We're ready to begin our second set. Lalu will have the serve. 4. with fireballs.
Oh,
excellent
big
serve by Lalu. Starts things off. Rebote coming out. Rotate forehand. That caught. Took off and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point goes to Jairo of the Cyclones. Jairo serves.
Fresh ball, first point of the set. You let that Rebote escape a bit. You know where it's going, up and out of play. Just lacking a bit of control, and don't want to be giving points away to Jairo either.
Not to the overhead screen.
No.
We know that forehand Rebotes thrown with the Scapa tend to sail up. Lalu from the left side. Powerful backhand to the back wall. Jairo hustling. Makes the forehand Rebote save to the corner. Lalu keeps the ball in play.
Ooh.
That ball comes way out and scores. Jairo has 2 points in the second set and the serve for the Cyclones.
Yeah, look, going for the baseball swing there. If the ball hits the cesta and makes its way up to the front wall, it's in play. Like to see it happen, and we do see it happen when they're about at the 2 line, maybe. I mean, that deep in the backcourt.
Midcourt's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. But look, last-ditch effort. I mean, he's just trying to do anything he can to keep the rally going, and he gives Jairo a 2-0 lead to start off this set. Can play his game, play to his pace. I mean, this is... Jairo starts trailing, you might see some funky stuff, but when he's got the lead, he's just a machine.
Beautiful catch by Lalu and a hard backhand follows. Rebote coming up the middle. Rebote forehand. Hi, Jairo. Here's Lalu. Looking to pass. Jairo stops it. Forehand catch. Rebote saved by Lalu. Here's Jairo. That ball missed there at the side wall. A third point for Jairo. In the second set, Jairo serves.
Nothing flashy so far for Jairo in this match, but just doing all the little things well. I mean, keeping the ball to the sidewall, making one more catch than his opponent. Rebote's been reliable. His past, pretty good formula for success in singles. And that big right side, what we've seen. It's already won the Cyclones one match today with Unda. Looking for another.
Lalu on the backhand. High and hard to the back wall, Rebote. Played by Jairo. Wall to wall from the right side. Into the corner the ball goes. Lalu makes the save. Just keeps it in play. Jairo moves up. Lalu on the hop. Reaches back. Makes the catch. Outside placement of the forehand Rebote will score. A fourth point for Jairo. Here in the second set, he serves.
Yeah, Lalu looking a little discouraged after that one, and teammates yelling back to him to just stay in the match. We've seen comebacks before down 4-0, but again, that's right at his feet. Would have had to go down to the ground to save it again, and it would have been just a defensive Rebote at that. I mean, Lalu's had his back to the front wall majority of this match, and just not where he prefers to play. Can't do a ton of shots off the Rebote. And now 4-0 for Jairo in set 2.
Powerful forehand. Stopped in the air by Jairo.
Ooh.
Jairo with a drop shot like play.
He took off,
That's
though.
droppier.
He's got to get it.
Jairo got there. Here's the backhand. Oh, what a catch by Lalu with control. He passes with the backhand. Jairo on the run. Makes the Rebote save. To the forehand of Lalu. He cannot make the play. That's a fifth point for Jairo in the second set. Possible match point.
Yeah, just had to be thinking about a shot. I mean, he had Jairo trapped. He was in the middle of the court, right to Lalou's forehand, everything you could want. Just didn't have the ball. 5-0 and a chance right here to win the match and the game day for the Cyclones.
Lalou with the catch on the forehand. Long carom.
Hey.
Opens and scores. There will be no shutout in the second set. Lalou's on the board with the point and the serve.
Well, no defense for the carom back at the 9 line. I mean, that was just perfect. From the inside, too. A little tougher to get that angle. Need a couple more of those. Get right back in this set.
Good hard serve by Lalou. Here's the backhand by Jairo.
Oh, that's
Not coming out of the rebote. Point, set, and match for Jairo, taking it in straight sets. 6-4, 6-1.
Yeah, my guy. The game should be called Jairo, not Jai-Alai.
Jairo secures the game day win for the Cyclones there. 6-4, 6-1. He ends it in straight sets. One match left to complete the game day, though, Stu. We got Division I singles. Nicholas will take on Manu.
Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
Congratulations, there we have Jairo securing the game day win for his Cyclones too. You know, you played Lalou last season, different court, but he did get the win. What was in the back of your mind today to flip that result in your favor?
Well, first was like a little revenge. Last season was the only one that beat me, so
Yeah.
I tried to take a revenge from the last season.
Yeah, and we talked about, with a lot of players today, the right side and how much of an impact it has in singles. Just in your words, can you talk about what it's done for your game here? Now 3-0?
Well,
Yeah.
I always play with the singles with
Right.
my right side. In Magic City was totally different. But here you can throw chit-chat, and today I had the handicap that I didn't play for the last 2 weeks, so I didn't know how I wanna feeling. So, well, I finished so tired.
Hey, well, you got the win, Jairo, and now 3-0 in singles. You can get some rest now after the win.
Thank you. I need it. Thank you, guys.
Well, Division I singles, too. One match left. Nicholas and Manu.
Last time we saw Manu, if I'm not mistaken, he put on a clinic shot-wise.
Yeah, well, in
Was
singles.
that the last time he was playing singles?
I think so, Stu. Manu 1-2 so far this year. Nicholas 0-2. And even in those losses, I mean, he's just opened it up. I mean, for a backcourter, we say it every day, but one of the best costados you're going to see. So consistent. Nicholas, though, just a grinder. I mean, he will hang there, catch one more ball than his opponent. And well, you mentioned Jairo and Nicholas in singles. Those two played some classic matches. I mean, just 30-point clinics back and forth. So you know Nicholas can hang there with just about anyone. He wants this win. You always wonder, too, about how this is going to play into a potential tiebreaker late in the season. You know, the Cyclones have already beaten the Fireballs 5-1. If they drop another game day 5-1, they get into a tiebreaker, it's not looking too good for them. Final match of the game day. We'll have Nicholas have the serve to begin play.
Ready to begin our final match of the game day. Nicholas will have the serve for the Fireballs. There's the serve. We begin. Powerful, powerful backhand by Manu. Rebote coming out at the side wall. Ball just off the frame of Nicholas's cesta. First point of the first set goes to Manu.
Well, you mentioned the shots coming into it, but as a true backcourt, I mean, he could keep his opponent deep here between the 9 and 10 and put that ball along the wall all match. Nicholas knows he's going to be ready for it, and that one just missed.
Backhand by Nicholas. Takes off, hits the back wall. Big bounce return by Manu. Nicholas is on it. Powerful forehand, 2 pass. Coming to the side wall. Manu makes the save. Nicholas advances. Right side to the corner. Robote saved by Manu. Tricky one here at the side wall. Nicholas catches it behind him. Nicholas on the catch. 2-all, will score. 1-1, Nicholas serves.
Nicholas also not really known for his shots, but does have a lot more front court experience compared to Manu. I mean, he's played up there in battle court throughout his career. And look at that 2-all. Opens it up nicely. It's dying as Manu tries to get out to it.
Powerful backhand by Manu into the corner. Nicholas saves the rebote. 2-all, caught the wood.
That's wide.
Second point for Nicholas. The fireballs, he serves.
There's that Costado 2-all. Shoulder level from the left side, gets it to open up, but that time a little too much. Now, even before, Manu was one that would get those to open up. He gets a lot of spin on the Costado, and the way it reacts off the front wall is just perfect. Not that time, though. Gives Nicholas the lead.
Big backhand by Manu comes out to the rebote. Rebote by Nicholas. Here's Manu. Comfortably from the left side to the back wall. Out to the rebote. Nicholas powerfully from the right side. Manu, one-handed grab overhead, comes up with the play. Rotate forehand to the inside. Manu takes it on the bounce. Backhand from the 8 line. Hilo Rebote stopped by Manu on the outside. The Karam Rebote will score from the forehand of Manu. 2-2. Manu serves.
Again, going for that left side Rebote, Nicholas kind of telegraphed. Look at how he opens up where that right leg was planted. Manu knew it was coming outside, makes the catch, and then the Karam. So many options from the outside, which is why Nicholas can't commit all too early.
No matter where you go, Manu's watching when he's got control of the ball, and as he's swinging, he'll throw it where you're not, drop it where you're not. Nicholas with a powerful forehand. Chick.
Got it.
Scores. 3 points for Nicholas. He serves.
Get it over Manu's head. Try to kill it right in that back corner. Chick-chack, floor, back wall, right back onto that floor for the second bounce.
Nicholas commits to the backcourt, makes the backhand play. Manu, low and inside. Nicholas cross court, backhand from the 6th line. 2 pass. Rebote by Manu for the big bounce inside at the side wall. Nicholas again makes the play. Forehand by Nicholas. Will score. A 4th point for Nicholas of the Fireballs. He serves.
Much harder to play these rebotes in singles, too. I mean, you just one man out there, and with that unpredictable bounce. I mean, you saw Manu positioned up at about the 9, and that shot well above his head. Just a passing game so far in both backquarters. Very familiar with this.
Nicholas from the 9 line. Hard to the inside. Manu is there. Rebote forehand. This one takes off and scores. A 5th point for Nicholas. Possible set point.
What a big rebote that was. I mean, Manu didn't even think he can get out there and save it. So much power, cleared the screen, and it opened up to the outside, too. Which
and those have a habit of like hitting and then going straight to the screen. That one didn't.
No.
Nicholas comes to the backcourt to make a difficult catch. Manu moves out to make the rebote, winding up to the outside. Nicholas is there, stops it on the forehand, plays this one to pass, and score. Point and set to Nicholas. Takes the first set, 6-2. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
Well, Nicholas, 5 straight points. He takes that set, 6-2. Again, the game day has already been decided, but this win could come into play very late in the season. That's only with the tiebreaker. Again, while we have a few moments, standings here in Battle Court are by points. So you get 1 point if you win the game day, half a point if you tie the game day, 0 points if your team loses the game day. But the first tiebreaker is total matches won. And that's what a match like this could come into play, you know, in May. But you never know how it's going to shake out. So Nicholas, you know, he's a fighter, and he takes that first set 6-2 pretty handily, too. Manu got those first couple points, but just trapping him in the corner, getting Manu on the move seemed to be a little pretty effective for him. And the double shot there for courtesy of Stan for Nicholas.
How generous.
Always generous when it's not your cups and your water, you know.
I try to remind people we do live on a peninsula. You know, it's
plenty of water around.
Real good aquifer running under the springs up in north central Florida.
Do you have a preferred brand of water? I know there's some people that are, especially in Florida, that religiously buy one brand, you know, or they hate this brand.
I'm a Smart Water person.
Yeah.
It's a Coca-Cola product, as we know. I'm a fan of Coke.
There you go.
And a Coca-Cola.
I didn't even know that.
And I like to think that the electrolytes that they say are in there are actually in there.
That's interesting, Stu. I like that. I've been going for the one with the extra pH. I don't know what it means, but more stuff is good. More.
You listen to the stuff that CRB was hawking before.
Maybe that's where I got it from. You may be right. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Why did I seem so convinced?
Changing the human pH is really, 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 really difficult. Second set coming up.
They fooled me, Stu. Yeah.
It's great marketing. Manu serves, we begin. Powerful forehand by Nicholas. Go pass. Rebote. Just missed by Manu on the left side. First point of the second set goes to Nicholas, the Fireballs. He serves.
Okay, that one came in and out of the basket. I mean, up on him so quick as it shot off the back wall.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Nicholas stays in the backcourt. Looks to pass. Low to the back wall. Manu's on the rebote. Turns it into a 2-all.
Oh, man.
Beautifully executed 2-score.
Wow. Oh, what a shot that was, Stu. off the rebote.
Beautifully executed.
It gets a little bit of a bounce on it, too, because Nicholas might have gotten to it. But see how this one kicks up? And, yeah, well over his head. Out of reach. Not many guys that can turn that one on the roster. Manu knots it up.
Powerful forehand by Nicholas will pass. Rebote saved by Manu to the inside. Nicholas gets in there. Backhand from the 7. Over Manu's head. Manu with the rebote again. Nicholas takes this on the bounce. From the overserve line. He passes. Rebote 2-all. Perfectly executed by Manu to score.
Oof.
2 points for Manu. The Cyclones, he serves. Why I said perfect. If there's a slow-mo from behind on this, watch his wrist.
Turns it over.
Yes.
Gets it to drop in. Gets a lot of spin, too. And yeah.
By bringing it over his shoulder about 3/4, he's going to get more bounce, and it's going to open up closer to the front wall. I mean, he knows that.
Can't stop that shot. Look at this bouncing serve.
Beautiful catch and return by Nicholas off a hard serve by Manu. Nicholas advances, take that in the air, backhand, caught by Manu, backhand 2-all. Nicholas reads
time.
it, stops it. Oh, the forehand caught the pad, and the pad is bad. A 3rd point for Manu. He serves. So let me ask you a question. Statistically, does that mean that the backhand 2-all worked? Or
No.
Okay, no.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Like if he would have, potentially, if he would have tipped it, depending on where that would have happened.
Then it would have worked.
Then it could have worked.
Okay, but that was a
once
ball
he
to
made
the
the
pad.
catch,
Okay.
that's just a throw out of play.
Got it. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Manu's there. Backhand from the 7 line. Hard to the inside he goes. Low to the back wall. Nicholas on the rebote. Trying to get that 2-all.
Too low.
Drop short. 4th point for Manu. He serves.
You know, it's amazing. I mean, Manu wasn't moving all too great in that first set. And he comes out here in set number 2, throws 2 of the best shots off the rebote that you're going to see. I mean, just 2 great 2-alls and takes control of this second set. Now up 4-1. When Manu gets hot, it's scary for his opponents because he can really do everything, and that Costado can match some of these top front quarters. This is not what Nicholas wants to see right now. And a tough game day for the Fireballs, too, and hardest battle yet.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas right up the middle. Rebote 2-all. Read by Nicholas, stopped by Nicholas, drop shot by Nicholas. Oh, Manu got there. And Nicholas makes a great catch. He'll put it back.
Oh.
And it chick-chacks to score. Great play by Manu, great play by Nicholas. Nicholas has 2 points.
Well, there was only one place where Nicholas could catch this ball, and it was right where Manu threw it. 2-all here. Doesn't open. Nicholas takes it outside. Ugh, you could tell right away it was a little high for a drop shot. Manu gets to it, sends it up, but, oh, he needed just an extra inch or 2, and he scores. Look at that vertical by Nicholas.
Beautiful.
Taking a page out of Bradley's book. Former teammates and partners.
Rebote to the forehand. Manu has it on the right side. Crosses the wall.
Yep, dying.
And the chick-chack scores. Has a 5th point for Manu here in the second set. Possible set point.
Chance here to push this into a 3rd set.
Can never count Manu out. There have been some really fine plays here in this second set.
All sparked with the shot making.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. I knew going for an ace there.
Notice he took a little extra time on that serve, too. I mean, he was lining something up.
Lining up a high bounce.
Oh, you can see
yeah,
that one.
deep to the service box, straight to the corner. Nicholas on the forehand. Powerful right side. Manu looks up, stops it on the left side. Rebote forehand. Nicely played by Nicholas. Manu from the left side to the inside. Rebote forehand. Manu on the bounce. Backhand from the 8. Rebote straight back. Caught by Nicholas. Nicholas on the 2-all. That's a really smart play, and it scores. 3 points for Nicholas. But the fireballs, still possible set point for Manu.
Well, again, Nicholas is in the one spot where he can make a play on this ball. Manu sends it high. It goes outside, but he is right there. When he makes the catch, Manu's trapped. 2-all follows, and it scores.
Beautifully done. Smart play.
And it looks like that ball was cut, so we're going to bring a new one in.
Nicholas offering the ball to Manu. Take a look. Wants to see if he wants to see the new ball. And Manu kind of smiled and said, nah, I'm good. Powerful backhand by Manu. Caught by Nicholas. Nicholas, powerful backhand. Caught by Manu. Manu goes high and hard to the back wall. Rebote coming out. Nicholas forehand. Rebote. Scoop by Manu. Inside placement. Oh, what a catch
man.
by Nicholas. Back to the inside. This one will score. Point and set to Manu. A third and final set is coming up in just 2 minutes.
Manu got hot in that second set, won it 6-3. So, final set of the day coming up already. 4 wins for the Cyclones and looking for a 5th here. You don't get bonus points for 5 wins, but that'll put you in a great position for a tiebreaker and could really hurt the Fireballs. I mean, I say it because it's happened. People don't believe me, Stu. I tell them about the tiebreaker. Enough with this tiebreaker business, Andrew. We'll wait. And then it gets to May, and people want to know why they're 1 win short of making the playoffs. And it's like, you know what? That match in February could have been the difference.
Oh, I've believed you every year. I've never.
Oh, I was, you know.
I don't think
I was
have.
looking at you.
Oh. But
It
you're
wasn't
talking
personal.
about others.
I apologize, Stu.
Are these others? Do they?
Are they in the room with us?
Do they have? Do they have cestas assigned to them?
You know, potentially.
Okay. Don't pay attention.
It's all right. Stu. That's what you've been saying for years.
It's not don't pay. It's like you feel some player concerns are very serious. We need to take them seriously.
Right.
And some, you know, are personal, and you want to take them seriously as well. But just sometimes there's some which have no.
Non-negotiable. You know, that's a.
There's just some
just a
things we
rule.
can't do anything. One came up earlier today.
Yeah.
And all I could say was good luck. You know, it's. I think what he was talking about was probably like it would help his game if we made a $60,000 or $70,000 adjustment to the court.
Oh, you know,
and it was
yeah.
like, nah. I mean, you can ask. I'm not the one to ask about that. I encourage you to ask, but
Don't know if that one's going to make
Yeah.
it, but hey, go for it. Well, we'll see here. Final set of the day. Manu making his way back out. Another 4-2 day for the Cyclones or a 5-1 day. They're going to win it regardless. See what happens here.
we're ready to begin our third and final set. Nicholas has the serve for the Fireballs. Nicholas serves with that high bounce serve. Manu brings it in. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Kicks up. Manu is there. Rebote forehand. Played high. Rebote kicks to the inside. Manu to the outside.
Oh,
beautifully executed by Manu to score. Manu gets the first point of the decisive third set. He serves.
Again doing damage off the rebote. This time, forget about the side wall. He just goes straight outside with it, and that's that lean. He takes one step inside, and that's the difference.
He's just been a master of shots on this court since he came back. Again, Manu having played the bulk of his professional career on this court. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Of course, the historic Miami Jai-Alai. Nicholas from the forehand. Excellent catch by Manu. Backhand. Wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Forehand Rebote. Does not pass. Manu stops it at the 9.
Ooh,
that one not coming out.
Yep.
Second point for Manu of the Cyclones. He serves. Chula-like.
Yeah.
I mean, Chula-like. It came out a little far for my taste to just, you know, shout out the word Chula. That ball was still in the air just before the 8 line.
We have Chula standards here. You know, one of us does, and that one does not qualify.
No, but I mean, you know, the younger generation may.
Oh,
that's an ace by Manu, crossing the wall and scoring 3 points. Manu serves. Yeah, that traditional ace has been showing up here quite a bit since the move in February.
He is peppering the back of that over serve line, too. I mean, you can't touch it, but he is just within an inch or two of it. Not that time, though.
Nicholas powerfully from the forehand passes wall to wall. Manu on the rebote. That hit the choppa. That's the metal piece just below the overhead pad that's out of play. Nicholas is on the board with a point and the serve.
It makes that distinct sound when it clips just a piece of it. Nicholas, that's a big one. Cuts the deficit to only 2 now. Needs to go on his run right here. But most of those points were won in the backcourt. I mean, just passing Manu and just not getting great chances at the rebote.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Powerful backhand by Manu. Rebote comes out to the 6th line. Fired from the forehand of Nicholas. Nicholas looking for the rebote. Puts it back inside. Out of reach of Nicholas to score. 4 points for Manu. Here in the decisive third set.
Well, the reason why Nicholas is so far to the outside is because Manu's just killed him off the rebote. So he's got the respect for the shots. He takes a few steps out that way, and then what does Manu do? He has the precision to put it inside along the side wall.
That's what you want to be. You want to be that player who has everything on the left side and everything on the right side, and you don't know where I'm throwing it. Powerful forehand by Nicholas is caught by Manu. Manu powerfully from the left side. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. He makes a save. Does not pass. Manu winds up. Hard to the inside where it scores 5 points. Possible set, possible match point for Manu of the Cyclones.
Manu makes you cover every square inch of this court. I mean, establish the outside, then the last 2 have been inside right along the wall. he reads the court so well. He just sees the shot before it presents itself and just executes it. 5-1, a chance to win the match and a 5-1 game day in the Cyclones' favor.
Powerful backhand by Nicholas Robote. Poor Manu for the big bounce. Nicholas, great catch at the 9 line. Back to the corner. Robote forehand outside placement. Red end stopped by Nicholas. Karen by Nicholas. Red end stopped by Manu. Karen by Manu opens wide and scores for the win. Point set in a hard-fought match for a Manu of the Cyclones, taking it 6-1 in the final set.
Game day complete now, 5-1. The Cyclones take down the Fireballs, second time in as many weeks. We will hear from Manu. We're in the cage after that win in just a few moments.
Let's go. The Manu, the myth, the legend. Good work, baby.
Sure,
I got you. I got you.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
And folks, over in the cage with our winner, Manu, congratulations and great play in the second and third sets there. What have you enjoyed most about singles out on this court?
Enjoy.
Yeah, what do you like most about it?
Enjoy. The single is not my favorite game, but enjoy. Yeah, I think I start a little slow. I was maybe 2 in the front, so Nicola had many shots with the right side. He passed me, so I did a switch. I was wearing the ball a little more, and I took some shot, and I have luck. You know, Nicola is a tough opponent, so today was for me, and I'm happy.
Yeah, and the second time, I mean, you played these Fireballs. You beat them 5-1 2 weeks ago. What does it mean to do it again as you prepare for this stretch run in the playoffs?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, it's very important for the confidence, for everything. But, you know, it was 5-1, but it can be on the other way because this is a very good team, the Fireball. So we're happy. We're happy with the win, and hopefully we can keep on the same way.
Awesome, Manu. Great playing in singles. Congratulations. Big day for your Cyclones.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the standings here. Before we depart, take a look at where all 6 of our teams stack up. Cyclones stake their claim back at the top with those 3.5 points. Chargers and Devils now tied for second, and the Fireballs still holding on to that 4th and final playoff spot with the Renegades and Warriors on the outside looking in. Folks, join us tomorrow. We'll be back right here at 3 p.m. for some more Jai-Alai. We'll see you then.